I started the documentary about Mr. Chow. I don't know if you know his story.
I love him.
Maybe one of the saddest stories I've ever heard in my life.
He's still alive. What do you mean? I just saw him.
His story is insanely sad, I'm telling you.
Oh, let me guess.
Go ahead.
He was Chinese.
Correct. He's Chinese.
Came here.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no money. I make wonton. And became famous?
Not even close.
Okay, tell me.
Spoiler alert for the Mr. Chow documentary on HBO, but it's pretty incredible. This guy got shipped away to boarding school when he was a kid. His dad was like a famous theater actor, stage actor, pretty rare for the times.
Chow Yun Fat?
Chow Yun Sun.
Oh.
Chow Yun Skin. Knee.
Whoa.
Yeah, his brother.
Big fan of his movies.
And then his sister wanted to be an actor, and it was just as rare for the time, especially for Chinese people, because you know the roles. You talk about it in your stand-up act. You know, racist Hollywood. Every role was like, oh, I do the hungry. You know, like that was every role he ever got.
Yeah.
And so when he moved to London and was started to get was in popular films as he grew, he hadn't seen his mother forever. Couldn't see his mom because his mom was back in China. And anybody at the time that went against the Chinese government.
I thought you were going to say because his eyes were so slanty.
Well, that's true. And anybody back against the Chinese government was blacklisted and killed. So both of his parents.
Really?
His parents were murdered. Yeah.
You know who else was murdered? Brandon Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah.
Well, that was on accident.
No.
It was on accident.
No, I did.
You think that had a tie to Rust and that whole thing?
No.
You think that was a reprise of Brandon Lee, Rust?
Simon Chow. You know who he is?
Mm-hmm.
He was a producer of Bruce Lee movies back in the day, and there's a conspiracy theory
that he had Brandon Lee killed.
Killed, and the sister's been in hiding because maybe she's next. Anyway, let's move on.
Chow's parents were murdered.
Yeah. Amazing. Oh man, so sad.
Then his wife, because of the shock of the murder of his parents, him and his wife start to disconnect.
Yeah.
And she steps out in the marriage. And when she comes back, she's dying of AIDS. Insane.
Don't be lit.
That's 100% the truth. His wife died of fucking AIDS.
Yeah.
After she stepped out in the marriage because he was disappearing because he couldn't deal with the loss of his parents.
Yeah.
So then he moved and started to really do the restaurant here in LA. Because it started in...
Wow. I want to watch the documentary.
It's crazy. Dude, it's an insane
Because
story.
I ran into him one time at the store. And I'm not lying. I knew who he was. He was in the Mitzi's bucket seat. I don't know how he got there, but in the bucket seat.
Probably because he's Mr. Chow.
Yeah, Mr. Chow. He grabs me and he goes, "Let me talk to you." Takes me outside and he goes, "Come to my wedding." I go, "When?" "Tomorrow."
Wow.
I go, "Tomorrow? I don't fucking know you."
You gotta go to his wedding.
I never went.
Should have gone.
And I have a photo on my Instagram if you don't want to believe me. That was that night.
Of Mr. Chow.
Yeah. Anyway,
and the best part.
Chow, have you been there?
No, I've never been there, but I've seen that picture of you with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Chinese dish?
I do
top 3.
Kung Pao chicken, orange chicken, and I know it's like whatever, but fried rice.
Yeah, it's great.
Fried rice?
I know you were gonna give me shit about that, but I love.
What did you want her to say?
Fried rice?
Peking duck.
No, Peking duck.
What did you want her to say?
There's a beef and broccoli, Mongolian beef. You know what I mean? There's what?
Aren't these all the white ones anyway? Aren't these because of us?
No.
When you go to China, they eat that? No, this is all white people shit.
My favorite is because it's got a little bit of your people in it. Guess what it is?
Huevos rancheros.
No. I set you up. That
was good.
That was really
what is it?
good.
Mushu pork?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, mushu pork.
Why?
Because it's kind of like a taco.
A burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do you like it?
Of course.
And that's the only time I like plum sauce is in mushu pork. I don't like it in any other area.
Well, now that we're stuck on some Asian stuff.
Tell me about everything.
I want to play you something, and I want you to close your eyes for a second.
Oh, is it Asian music? I love it.
It is Asian music.
Okay, go ahead. I'll tell you what it is.
And it's amazing.
Black turns to gray, another hair changes shade to rainy clouds. I'm proud of what you
I know it is.
did. Allowed me to fly an eagle away from nest. I did my best to grow. There's nothing to owe your strength. It shows.
Okay.
Not here for
I know it is. My brother.
Yeah. Who's it about?
My mom.
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
He goes, he's probably going to cry.
It was great.
I saw you almost cry a little bit.
Yeah, and also
Great song. That's off Stevie Weeby's new album. He sent it to me today.
yeah.
And pretty beautiful relationship I have with the Lee family that he would send it to me and not you to promote on the show. Can you show this out to Bobby on Bad Friends? He can't text you, but he'll text me. But his new album is available
Oh,
now.
it's really good.
And it's on what? It's on it's on
Probably Spotify.
No, what's it called?
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. Yeah, it's on
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
link will be in the description for all the fans. Please
That was really good.
support our Lee family. It's actually there's some bangers on there. What's that track called again? It's for his mom. It's called Oma.
Jjigae. It's kimchi jjigae, which is a soup.
So Mama's soup.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically.
Oh, that's
Pretty
a good
awesome.
song.
That's
I
so
love that.
awesome. I remember talking to him like almost a year ago, and he wanted to make more music and get back into it. And so now to see his whole album's out, it's really cool.
There's Stevie Weeby Lee. That's Bobby's brother's new music, new album out. Go check it out on Bandcamp. Very good. Isn't that nice? Didn't you connect with your brother a little bit through music, huh? You don't talk. Do you talk to him about this stuff ever?
Well, him and I, we're both musically inclined. My brother took a different direction musically, and
What do you mean? Like he's more of hip hop vibe?
yeah, more hip hop vibe because I didn't grow up with. He, for some reason, in his class, he hung out with a lot of black dudes, but in my class we didn't have any.
Oh, they weren't accepted by you and your.
No, we had one guy. I forget his name. I think it was Steve Harvey or something. Not Harvey. Not
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
I got to tell you, that guy's
I
doing
don't know.
well.
I forgot his name. I forgot this guy's name.
Show me power.
But he stole. I remember he stole my He-Man.
Does it gotta
and
be
never
why
gave
does
it
that have to
back.
be a black guy stealing something story? Why? You couldn't have
No,
done
I
any
know.
other story?
That's my thing.
That's
I'm
the
so
only
sorry.
story you remember from him?
Yeah, he stole my He-Mans.
Multiple? You had multiple He-Men?
Well, I had Skeletor, He-Man, all the other characters.
Well, you're probably a little rich little brat. I would have stole from you too.
And then he wouldn't give them back. I'm like, come on, Steve Harvey. I forgot his name.
You have a little mustache back then?
Yeah. But my point is, and then my brother had, a crew, and they listened to hip hop. And the only influence I had was my cousin Paul would tell me about the Velvet Underground and other bands, you know what I mean? And so that's my influence. But I wish I had more of a hip hop vibe, but, I don't.
Oh, it's okay.
And I apologize.
Have you checked in on your mom since we've done the therapy sessions, by the way?
We text every night, so I haven't called her physically now.
Is she still going?
Yeah.
Is she happy with it?
I haven't gotten the details, but she still likes it, she said.
That's great.
I don't want to dive into it because I don't want to get involved. It's not, the results aren't up to me.
No, I understand. I'm
You know
just
what I mean?
saying.
So
But
I
it's
don't-
good to know if she's happy going.
If she goes and she likes it, God bless.
God bless.
But, the results aren't up to me. And so,
Just like your addiction, you have to let it's not up to you, right?
and my career.
It's not up to you.
It isn't up to me. You just try your best and see what unfolds. And guess what, guys?
Hmm.
It's unfolded very good, my life.
Very
Up at
well.
At 52 years old, to just see, Monday night I went to dinner with a bunch of Korean actors and stuff.
Yeah.
They were on fire.
You what? Physically?
Yeah, and I was like putting water on them. Like,
That's a weird
"Stop."
dinner.
What?
Protesting.
They were protesting. Oh wow, yeah.
Well, yeah, just like in the Vietnam War, those monks. Yeah, we had dinner and they just lit themselves on fire. I'm like,
Cool dinner party.
yeah, and there was no point of it. I'm like, what's the cause? Like, we don't know.
You're like, I'll get the check.
Yeah.
These guys are
We're just
lighting themselves on
cold.
fire.
I go, just get in the heat. But my point is that so I was at dinner with a bunch of young Asians in the business,
Yeah.
and they're all like talking about their deals, and all the great things that are happening in their lives, and and I, for once in my life, went, I hope you guys die. No, no. For once in my life, I was like, God, I'm just so proud
Do they have a?
of this group. They don't have that.
They don't have a
no.
gold plaque from YouTube.
No, they have Oscar. But my point is, no, they don't have.
Nobody there has an
I
Oscar.
know they don't.
Yeah.
But they they're doing their own thing, and I'm like, I'm just kind of watch because when I started, there was no opportunity. It was so fucking hard.
Here we go.
But with them, it's
And it was
like,
so easy for me. That was the difference, I think. It was a cakewalk for everybody else.
I'm not doing that right now, dude. No, don't roll your fucking eyes. You know who used to do that? Mr. Ferguson used to do that. My fucking biology teacher. Every time he would ask me a question in fucking high school, and I never knew that he would just roll his eyes.
You asked a question.
No, he would always, because I was always doing something.
Stupid.
Well, I don't know, but he'd be just like, Mr. Lee, you know what I mean? What is the,
Right.
that mineral sign? Whatever it is.
Mineral sign or for a.
I could see why he rolled his eyes.